Saame tuttavaks.
Tere kõigile! See 2026 aasta on märgilise tähendusega sellepärast, et Paul Kerese sünnist saab 110 aastat ja Spordiseltsil KALEV täitub 125 aastat. Selle verstaposti tähistamiseks saame täna juttu rääkida male suurkujudega ja mõned neist on saanud mängida isegi Paul Kerese endaga. 7. jaanuaril 2026. aastal möödus 110 aastat Eesti 20. sajandi sportlaseks nimetatud male suurmeistri Paul Kerese sünnist. Kiirmaleturniiriga tähistati maailma ühe male suurkuju 110. sünniaastapäeva. Eesti Spordiselts KALEV kutsus 35. korda maletajaid üle maailma osalema ja hoidma Paul Kerese pärandit korraldataval mälestusturniiril. Paul Keres esindas maleturniiridel KALEV-i seltsi ning 1964. aasta jaanuaris omistati talle aukalevlase tiitel. Mul on tõeline au rääkida täna kahe male suurkujuga, nendeks on Heikki Westerinen ja Alexander Beliavsky. Kõigepealt teie, härra Westerinen, te olete pidanud Paul Keresega 8 partiid, 4 viiki, 4 kaotust. Kas mõne kohtumise ajal oli ka selline reaalne võiduvõimaluse tunne, mida ei õnnestunud realiseerida?
No, ühes partii see oli maavõistluses Saame vastu Tallinnas 1969. Minul oli võimalus teda peksta. Se oli nii, että mä olen voittanut offitsieri on ota rohkem ja mä vaihtasin vankrit E1 ja siitä sai ikävisen tulee, aika imelikki ikävinen tullut sellaisessa mõttes, että alkuisessa minun kuningas on as yhdessä. Ja siis kun tämä aina alati tult ja mä proovin ennast päästä tulette este. Ja siis minun kuningas on hiljem A8. Aga ei saa ikävästi tult välttää ja lähde viikiksi. Aga kui mä ei kohe oleks vankrit ei yhdessä vaihtanut, oleks yhden vahekäiku teinut C8 tullut. Ja siis vaihtanut vankrit, oleks saanut voitu seisu selle ota enamusega.
Et võiduvõimalus ikkagi tegelikult õhkõrn oli?
Üks kord nendest 8 oli võiduvõimalus, aga ei läinud nii.
Lugupeetud härra Beliavsky, teie olete mänginud härra Paul Keresega aastal 1973 Nõukogude meistrivõistlustel ja te olite toona 20-aastane, aga Paul Keres oli siis juba maailmakuulus suurmeister. Mida te sellest kohtumisest mäletate ja millised emotsioonid teid toona valdasid?
It was a year 1973 and it was my first encounter with Paul Kerese. Unfortunately, it was the last one because 2 years later Paul Kerese died. This year I became a world champion, junior world champion, and because of that I was allowed to take part in the High League of the Soviet Union. It was my first appearance in the High League of the Soviet Union, and I was very nervous, and I lost 5 games in a row. Among these games, I lost a game to Paul, and this game showed here on this diagram. I played with black, and I did a grave mistake in the move 15. And Paul excellently take advantage of this mistake, and he won at the move 40. So I said that it was my first encounter with Paul Kerese. Next year he didn't take part in the tournament, and it would be interesting for me to play against Paul Kerese next year, because next year I became Soviet champion first time in my career. Of course I had ideas to play against Paul Kerese on many occasions, but unfortunately the year 1975 was tragic for chess world, because Paul Kerese left us.
Härra Westerinen, kuidas te hindate Paul Kerese panust malemängu arengusse ja kuidas see mõjutas ka teie malestiili?
Tema eriti oli hea avanguteoriassa, että kirjoitas ka raamatuid, mitu raamatuid. Ja siis loomulikult ta oli väga hea mängija. Sellel ajal suurmeistreid oli väga vähe. Ja suurmeistritiitel oli lukupeetud. Praegu niin ei saa öelda, kun on tuhanteet suurmeistrit. No ikäl juhul Paul Kerese tuntus suomalaisille nagu lähetäisenä isikkuna, kuin on eestlainen soome-ugrimees.
Kuidas te hindate ise Paul Kerese mängustiili ja loomingut ja kas see on teid ka hilisemas karjääris kuidagi mõjutanud?
Well, I used to study chess from many grandmasters, and from some of them personally. So I personally studied chess with Mikhail Botvinnik, Tigran Petrosyan, and Garry Kasparov. I mean, it's just few players among the world champions. Unfortunately, I had not possibility to study chess personally with Paul Kerese. But of course, because he was one of titans of chess in the same category like Lasker, Capablanca, Alyoshin, Eive, Keres. I studied his game, and it was very interesting for me, and I learned quite a lot from his games. He was very straightforward and player, and the player was classical player. Let's say, if we can say that Tal was a bit different. He just sometimes played not quite correct combinations, but it was very difficult to refute it. Paul Kerese always was correct. He always played correct chess, and he always played the moves that he supposed it's objectively the best in this position. So this is his legacy, and I studied this from his games.
Härra Beliavsky, kuidas tänavune turniir teie jaoks alanud on ja milline on teie üldine enesetunne ja motivatsioon?
Well, so I started in this tournament 2.5 out of 3. It's quite well for me, because I'm not anymore as professional chess players. Actually, I'm not professional chess players last 20 years. I'm already 72, and it's a bit late to be a professional chess player. Still, I play chess is a fun for me sometimes. I used to play chess 2 or 3 tournaments per year. And moreover, I'm involved in a coaching activity. Actually, I'm coach of men Ukrainian national team. So to be in chess, it's still fun for me.
Härra Westerinen, kuidas teie jaoks on tänavune turniir kulgenud ja milliste emotsioonidega te laua taha istute?
kaksi esimmäistä partiota mä voitsin, aga siis kaottasin Saame Keinaselle. Ja minun ensimmäinen partii Keinäsen vastuu. Siis. Ja saab nähdä, kuidas se läheb turniiri siinä edasi.
Suur aitäh teile, härra Westerinen ja härra Beliavsky, ja edukat turniiri jätku ja põnevat maleaastat.
Suur aitäh!
Saame tuttavaks.
On suur rõõm rääkida male maailmameistriga Ukrainast. Selleks on suurmeister Ruslan Ponomariov. Tervist, Ruslan!
Hello.
Ruslan, teie kuulute Paul Keresest nooremasse põlvkonda. Kas te olete Paul Kerese loominguga tuttav? Kas tema ideed ja mängustiil on teid kuidagi mõjutanud?
Yeah, it's true. We are different generation, and unfortunately, I didn't have opportunity to meet him in person. I had some opportunity. I mean, maybe to meet Viktor Korchnoi, for example, or Boris Spassky, but I guess even Viktor Korchnoi is younger. But of course, Paul Kerese. When I just started study chess, I know who it is. I remember I studied like this. He didn't play World Championship matches, but I remember from the chess history how it was Alekhin died, and then there is no official world champion, and they had played candidates matches. There was some stories about him playing against Botvinnik, and maybe because it was Soviet Union, maybe Stalin called and said you should lose or something. I don't know if it's true or not, but this kind of mystery I heard like a small kid, but I didn't meet like any person who like said, okay, I met Paul Kerese in person, and I have feeling like here in Estonia, he is very horrible like person. Even after so many years, I remember I played European Blitz and Rapid Championship here, and I think it was even in this hotel in Tallinn, maybe 10 years ago. And someone gave me like €2 coin, and this was like Paul Kerese. I said, wow, such a honor. So unfortunately, he didn't become a world chess champion, but he like his life, I have feel like he was like such inspiration for the younger generation, like still like doing something like to be like useful, to be inspiration for us, the generations that continue to play chess, to be a nice person as well.
Paul Kerese oli ka silmapaistev avangute teoreetik. Kas mõni Kerese analüüsitud avang või idee on leidnud koha ka teie repertuaaris?
Yeah, it's true. He was very good theoretician. As a kid, when I started playing chess, there is no like, at that moment I don't remember I had computer or there is no like Google that you can search, but I remember he was good in openings. Like I remember lots of ideas from Ruy Lopez, like some Chigorin system, or even like some his transformation, sometimes like called like Keres system. Like he has very original ideas, but not really in the openings. I remember as a kid I studied like endgames, and this was one book written by him, by Keres, where it was very useful to learn how to play endgames. And I remember some was very complicated. He tried to explain how to win two knights when you have only two knights and king versus king and pawn, and some position like draw. This is like was wow. Like there is of course many other endgames books like Smyslov with Levenfish wrote about rook endgames. There was lots of books by Averbach, but this kind of two knights versus pawn, well, of course, other he covered, but was remember was very like interesting.
Kas te oskate välja tuua ka mõne partii, mis teie hinnangul iseloomustab kõige paremini Paul Kerese loomingut ja Paul Kerest malegeeniusena?
I more like remember this kind of clashes when he played against Robert Fischer or when he played against Botvinnik. And for me, I like it. I think his positional kind of like chess, like he's squeezing, but it's some moment like some deep understanding, some moments maybe he didn't calculate so much, not like maybe Mikhail Tal sacrificed, but some moment was something like make him different compared to other players. I don't know, some kind of like you play, it looks like nothing special, and then suddenly like you feel like your position is worse. Like this, and his talent the same moment was. I like it like games with annotations, with comments. That in general, you can understand moves like when it's written, but not so easy like to replay yourself.
Härra Ponomariov, kuidas tänavune turniir teie jaoks alanud on ja millised tundega te mängite?
Well, I'm very happy to be here. For me, it's always nice pleasure to come to Estonia. Like I even like such an atmosphere. When you just arrive to Tallinn airport, as a Ukrainian, I'm like happy. Like I can see some Ukrainian flag already in the airport. I was before playing in many times in Saaremaa, in Tartu, in Hiiumaa. Here already for second time. So the year just started already, like we celebrated with family winter holiday. Now it's time to return back to chess routine. Not so easy, but this kind of format, when it's not very like long, but it's the same not very short, like I think I feel kind of comfortable. And after this I will already have other plans for the next tournament, but this kind of tournaments, it's I think nice beginning of chess year, and I hope also to show decent results. And Blitz, I in general I would say I feel like played more or less okay. Was 7 out of 8 before last round, but unfortunately lost last game. So I hope in Rapid to do better. Now in few minutes we will continue our games first round, so I need to focus already.
Aitäh teile, härra Ponomariov, ja good luck!
Thank you!
Aitäh teile vaatamast, loodetavasti nautisite neid intervjuusid siin male suurmeistritega ja põnevat maleaastat teile!
Saame